Oh, I'm on the interwebs again. It's happening. I'm live. I'm on TV. Hi, Mom. Let me, oh, yeah, look at that. It works. All right. So hopefully I fixed my problem where I can't see people commenting. But we'll see. So, yesterday, I hope you can hear me okay because I turned the AC on out here because it is soupy outside. But yesterday we talked about an extension of the day before, and for that I just needed tea. But today I'm drinking something a tiny bit stronger because I thought it would be a good time to answer the unanswerable question, which is what in the actual F is going to happen in November with our presidential election. I've been kicking this around quite a bit, and I've been hearing a lot of, there was a lot of, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, there's been a lot of confidence that Trump has dropped the ball so hard on COVID. And, oh, first of all, before we get into this, right, I got to talk about something that's more like, arguably more important and more near and dear to my heart, which is yesterday we lost Chadwick Boseman, who's the man, was the absolute man. Not because identity wokeness, but because he really seemed like the kind of guy that walked the walk as far as representing his community in a way that he felt was respectful and not stereotypical, right? But also, more importantly, and I don't think enough people bring this up, Black Panther as a movie allowed for white people specifically to understand Black militancy in a way that I don't think any other pieces of culture had made so real until Black Panther. And what I mean by that is, when you watch Black Panther, you empathize with Killmonger's feelings and with his mission, which is, fam, yeah, I'm stealing shit, and yeah, I'm gonna, like, arm people and, all that, but only because, excuse me, only because everything has been effing terrible for Black people across the globe forever, and, nobody helped us, right? And I think it was the first time in modern media where Black militancy and kind of almost like a Malcolm X response to race relations was mainstreamed and almost immediately accepted. Now, of course, there are right-wing nutbags that were not a fan of this particular message. So what? They don't like the cups at Starbucks either, so who gives a shit, right? But anyway, RIP to an absolute real one. Black Panther has long been my favorite Marvel character. It was such an exciting moment for me that it made it to the screen. But even before that, Chadwick in 42, Marshall, everything that he did was historicizing some of the most important Black stories in American history, and then went on to do his Black Panther and kind of give that confidence to, his community and kids, especially in the Black community. So, RIP to a real one. But anyway, that being said, election. So, I thought long and hard about this, and there was some time there for the last few weeks where it really looked like Joe Biden was pulling away with this thing, right? I mean, where it looked like it was almost undeniable that because of the coronavirus mishandling and because of just the absolute immiseration that was rampant among the American working class. Because you have to remember, and we talked about this yesterday, the majority of our economy is stacked on the pillars of entertainment, restaurants, and going out and getting fat, or whatever, malls, movie theaters, that type of shit. And the majority of those places could not exist, and still are having trouble existing in a post-COVID environment. And because of that, the American middle class is being immiserated at an incredible rate, at an incredible level. And it looked like for a few weeks there, especially, when Trump was going around saying, well, it is what it is. 160,000 people dead is what it is. His words, not mine. It looked like for a little bit there that we were going to just kind of coast into a Joe Biden victory, because the majority of Republicans at the time, when polled, said that the mishandling of the virus was a problem, even though these people have been conditioned to think that it's a hoax. The majority of the independents in this country thought that Trump mishandled the coronavirus, which, like we talked about yesterday, is that third ball of people that you got to get. And those people were breaking for Joe Biden up until last week. But the problem that we have run into here is that... Can I do this? Oh, dude, I think I can do this. Okay, here, hold on. The problem with that theory is that in key areas of the country right now, swing states, swing districts, places where Trump won by very, very small margins and Hillary lost, and ultimately that ended up being the election last time, in those places, this race is tightening. Okay? There is very, very, very good evidence, and I'll show you this. Maybe I'm this fancy. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Can I do this? Okay. Oh, I'm doing this. Okay. So, yeah, let's see if I can... This participant as a primary active speaker. Oh, look at that. Okay, so this is a tweet from Michael Moore, I think yesterday or the day before. It says, sorry to have to provide the reality check again, but when they poll registered voters in the swing states, Biden and Trump are in a virtual tie. In Minnesota, it is 47-47. In Michigan, where Biden had a big lead. Remember how important Michigan was in 2016. Trump has closed the gap to 4 points. 4 points. These are registered voters in battleground states. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Now, I'm still on the side. Here's the thing. You got money? You got a little extra cheddar laying around? And you want to make some money? Find a place where you can put money on Joe Biden winning the popular vote and bet on it. Because he will. He will win the popular vote. That will happen. And he may win it by an enormous margin. In fact, I think that the leading argument for a progressive or somebody on the left going and voting for Joe Biden, notice I did not say knocking doors, phone banking, texting people, and trying to get the vote out, but just you as an individual going out and voting for Joe Biden. The leading argument for that is that it is going to be a lot harder for Trump to contest a 4 million vote margin or a 8 million vote margin than it will be a million vote margin or a 500,000 vote margin. For those who have been paying any attention, Trump has been laying the groundwork to call into question the results of this election. Because mail-in ballots, because fraudulent votes and dead people voting and whatever the hell, right? Ballot harvesting, that type of stuff. Which I will remind you, ballot harvesting is legal in one state, California, and he's going to lose that state anyway. Although California does have a scary Republican trend going on right now. And if the Democrats lose California, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye. It will be over. But what will we have gained if we have lost California just to win Texas? Nothing. And so here's how I see this playing out. Here's the answer to the $10 million question. Now, I am not predicting. Let me make a quick caveat here. I am not predicting this is how it will go, but I am saying that this is what I personally think will happen. And I form these opinions by thinking, what is the absolute dumbest thing that could happen, and start from there. Biden will win the popular vote. That is for sure. I am predicting that. But then beyond that, I see it two ways. One, Biden narrowly squeaks by in the Electoral College. We have a new president. Even the Republican establishment comes out and says Trump has to leave. And we have a fairly regular exchange between parties and a fairly regular transition of power. And the norms are maintained. That's option A. I think that's the less likely of the two that I'm about to give you. Option B, more likely, is that Biden wins the popular vote and wins the Electoral College narrowly, still, but Trump says, well, all this mail-in voting, we can't possibly, what are you thinking? This can't possibly be the results. This is fraudulent. It's it's a hoax and blah, blah, blah. Can't happen, yada, yada. Right? And you're sitting there